Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the draft. It's the SLI League Invitational Season 3. It's the Radiant versus the Dire, or rather, the PENTA Esports versus Planet Dog for you guys that are just tuning in right now. We have a best of 3 on our hands. I'm Lysander, going to be stepping in today to provide some English coverage for you all. PENTA Esports versus HR, or rather the ex-HR, now known as Planet Dog. So we'll see how they, we'll see how these guys actually fight it out. For now, we're gonna go through the ban phase very quickly. We have a lot of these characters not showing up on screen, but we do have Morphling banned, Omni, as well as Clockwork being removed here by PENTA. Morphling, a rather popular pick now, given the the discovery of how good he was. When the patch dropped, a lot of people were saying Morphling wasn't that great a hero, but now they realized that he's actually pretty darn impressive. And of course, on the side of the Dire, we have Ogre, Bane, as well as a rather interesting Bounty Hunter ban going to be coming out here. So Planet Dog not going to be favoring that Bounty Hunter in their games. Maybe they want to play a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more callous. Want to open themselves up to a little bit more of that playstyle. Bounty Hunter, of course, does punish a lot of the traits that will come out from diving and aggressive play. So just banning it out, remove that kind of like play style away from PENTA. And of course we have the Doombringer and the Medusa being removed as well. Medusa, another rather flavorful hero this couple of days, or rather this couple of weeks of competition. And actually I would say months, actually, not even weeks. Been pretty dominant for a while now. And well, gonna be taking that ban hammer. The Underlord, of course, going to be removed as well. So just hint towards HR, or rather Planet Dog, wanting to play a more aggressive style of Dota, not wanting their push to be stopped. Don't want that offlane to be this tanky guy that can clear the waves. And now that Razor's being banned out, PENTA banning a lot of mid-range options as well. They got Sanking and Lifestealer already, so two very strong combos here that could be synced up to pick off squishier or isolated targets down the road once Sanking gets his dagger. We also have Tiny and Shadow Shaman that will be coming out here for Planet Dog. So like I said, looking towards a tower push lineup with these two heroes, already going to be very focused on that. And let's see our next pick come out. Looks like we actually have a hero model finally loading in. It is it's a Tusker that will be hopping in on that third slot. And it really just screams aggression here. Tusker +1, a tiny Tusker is just brutal when it comes to punishing lanes. If that Tiny is a middle lane, it's a safe lane. You have that Tusker roll in with the Tiny, it's an instant stun combo after that snowball stun that can really result in a lot of offlaners dying. So you might be looking at PENTA going for an offlaner a little bit more maneuverable than the normal ones. We have Weaver as one of the options here. Puck, another very good option here. Disjoin that initial stun, preventing that stun toss from coming out. But it does look like PENTA will favor the Witch Doctor first. And Witch Doctor, always a very solid pick when it comes to dealing with diving early game. The cask really dissuading any kind of creepless aggression. Does that make any sense? When you're diving without creeps, Witch Doctor cast is going to really punish. And I think that's the aim here, for PENTA. They want to keep that in check. You got that Sanking and Witch Doctor, a pretty decent support duo that could lend a little bit of aid here to that safe lane. So looking at this, of course, we also have the heal that will be coming off Witch Doctor. His second ability, be able to sustain his team as they make their push. PENTA right now don't really have a lot of sieging options, so might be looking towards those in the next two picks. It's always been the sieging game for now. And it looks like we'll be seeing a Tidehunter here. So a rather tanky addition to the Planet Dog lineup. I know there is this meme build here with level 25 Tidehunter, where he gets a lot of damage along with the Legion Commander press the attack. But I digress, of course. Tidehunter mostly picked for his tankiness, that big AoE ultimate that can be capitalized on when you're looking to take a big team fight and push and take away your opponent's objective. So Tidehunter's Ravage could be used as that sort of deterrence for any kind of base defense. And we have Outworld Devourer coming out for PENTA. So once again, gonna forsake that counter push option in favor of more piercing damage. And the OD is pretty good at dealing with heroes like Tiny as well as Tidehunter. The pure damage from the Orb, the ultimate, all very powerful tools for shutting them down. With the only intel hero being the Shadow Shaman, then well, it could be a really good solution here. So we'll see what happens down the road. They still have that one final pick to try and stop this incoming push that'll be coming from Planet Dog. Very aggressive style so far here from Planet Dog. Really just not going to be hiding that they are going to be playing aggressive. I mean, when you have names like Didyara and you know, it's just going to be a very, very aggressive game coming out from him. This guy used to play on Navi, and yeah, he was very aggressive. And I expect the same kind of style to be coming out from his team as well. And on the side of Penta, they have been making their way onto the upper rungs of recent qualifiers, but you know, never really shown absolute results. I think that is the best way to say it. They have never really shown that they have any real success per se. So you know, this is their chance. Get through that qualifier, get through that invitational, and do some big work on that main stage. And we have a TA ban here. Interesting that we'll be looking at a TA ban. I think maybe they're trying to remove that minus armor mid option here for Planet Dog. Stop that Roshan from happening. I mean, when you're doing a objective push lineup, you take those towers, you usually try and retreat for Roshan before going up the high ground. And taking away the TA does deny him that option. So I wouldn't say it's a best ban here for Penta. There are a lot of other options that could come out here, but at least you take away the mid minus armor option. Honestly, I feel like Planet Dog might just go for something simple like a puck here where they'll be fighting. Has a decent time against OD. Has, like I said, the control option from that coil. Gonna be able to lock down heroes like Sand King with his silence. And once he gets that Academic Scepter, could also lock down heroes like Lifestealer, preventing his rage from actually escaping that ultimate coil. So overall, I think it's really solid because you have that coil for restriction. You're gonna be able to lock down the enemy heroes and you know, constrain them to this fight space that you really want to deal with, and focus on using the tiny as well as the TIE Hunter's AoE abilities to really crush the team fights. But now an Abaddon comes up for Penta, so I kind of like it because it will remove a lot of the disable options that Shadow Shaman brings to the table. And the Abaddon though will have issues on his own, I believe. You know, before he hits that level 6, not exactly the most invincible hero. Has the shield to make things really complicated for enemy supports, but when you're alone and you're getting chain disabled, you can't exactly shield yourself out of trouble. So yeah, we'll have to see, because right now Broodmother comes in as the, I would say, cheese pick, because a Broodmother here almost looks like it is not easily responded to, because you have that Sand King that can offer some kind of defense against this Broodmother, but he does need a couple of levels in the Caustic, needs a couple of levels on a Baton Shield before they can really deal with Spider. So the pest control isn't on par here for Penta, and this last pick, Broodmother, could potentially slam the door here in this game number 1. We'll have to see how well Didyara plays on that Brood, but it does, I wouldn't say wrong to this pick. It definitely is a pick that's going to throw their enemies off guard. And we already hinted towards a strong push lineup, and this is going to add more pressure, except in the other lanes as well. So Broodmother's on one side, and then you've got Keezer and J4, the brothers in Tower Destruction here. They are going to be pushing another lane. So it's going to be pretty tricky here to see how Penta holds the line. But ultimately, it will be a matter of whether or not they can get the laning phase done right. You know, because you know, if you get your laning phase done right, you get a couple of early kills that you shouldn't get. You could potentially turn an unfavorable draft around, and we'll see what happens here. I mean, it's always fun to see a Tusker. It does hint towards early game aggression, especially on that mid lane. If the OD uses his banish aggressively in lane, he could get punished subsequently with a roll in into Rasta, chains disables. And off lanes, you know, the off lane player, Abaddon, is going to have to hold TPs to save his mid if that's the case. So definitely something to look out for. Let's hop into the game here very quickly, guys, and see what we're going to be getting here on this game. I'm Lysander, and for you guys that don't know me, I do cast from time to time, but you know, a little bit less now. But I've been coming back, you know, just to cover this game. Let's bring up those game overlays and give y'all some. Wait, hold up. Still got one more that I forgot. Zoop. There we go. There we go. Alright, so we got ourselves a little bit of smoke action going here from Penta. Most of the trend I've been observing nowadays is we always have the Rune controlled there on the top lane by the Radiant, and of course the Dire controlling their lane on the bottom. So we'll see what happens in this case. We have some really aggressive poking around here from Penta. RMN is walking all around by himself there, trying to get some vision, trying to get some control on the map. And it does look like they will steal the top rune here. So poor Tiny, he's not going to get his own rune. But it does mean that Tidehunter as well as Tusker will be getting theirs. So yeah, very quickly guys, just a quick intro. I'm Lysander. For you guys that haven't heard of me, let's just add my name while we have ourselves a quick pause. And yeah, let's get some... There we go. There we go. Oop. Put my name right there. Tweet me your best memes. Alright, yep, so this is the, for you guys just tuning in, this is the SL Invitational, of course, it's an EU qualifier. We have Penta versus Planet Dog. Very, very initial phases of these, of this tournament, so not much that can be said in this new season of SL. We'll see if these guys, play their cards right. You know, it'll suck to go off so early in the group stages of the tournament. Now we got a go here from DNZ, so we're going to be starting the game round. Right, let's go run through the players very quickly. We've got Penta, Sanking, played by DNZ. RMN, going to be playing that Witch Doctor. Got Oliver on his Life Stealer. Got Boogie on his Abaddon. And last but not least, we got Kellen on his Outworld Devourer. He's going to be running into some company here. The Observer Ward is going to be keeping it in check this high ground. Milan is going to be playing Tusker for Planet Dog. 33 on Tidehunter. We've got Shadow Shaman played by J4. Brute Mother in the middle lane here. Didya Ra with the Cheese Mother. And of course we've got Kaiser here, or Kiza on that Tiny. So let's see how this one pans out here, guys. It's going to be interesting to see how Didya Ra deals with the mid lane Abaddon Boogie. He's going to be meeting him in the front lines here. So the shield's going to be pretty decent in this particular matchup, I would say. The Abaddon already going for that early point in Curse of Verna is going to be laying down the heat here on Didya Ra. And without Poor Man's Shield, to make harassment a little bit less painful, Didya Ra is going to take this one like a man or a mom. And we'll see how he does against Abaddon. I mean, I still believe that the shield is not going to save you from Spider Swarm, but I could be wrong here. DNZ is so close to J4, and Brute Mother hits the pause button again. So we're here with more delays to start things off there. Hopefully these guys are okay, and we don't have too much trouble with with them, at least hopefully. Let's look and see what we have here in terms of items. Got a really early bare items here from RMN. Now of course we got that starting Town Portal Scroll, which allows quick rotations nowadays. But Kellen going 1 on 2 against 33, and Tusker should be an okay lane for him for now. I think Tuska's not high enough of a level to be a threat to him. If his health pool doesn't get too low, doesn't hit by too many Tidehunter anchors, he should be okay here in this lane. It's 1 on 2, not going to be hurting him too much. But as Abaddon already got off to a good start with that Calling Blade and that good base damage, going to be able to deny a lot of that CS here for Brute. And you already see swiping that creep from under the Brute's nose. And Didya Ra is still trying his best here to get some last hits on the board here. Already has a mango early to start the Spider Swarm. His first blood. Oops. And yeah, I guess that was bound to happen with their Witch Doctor playing so far forward there. Eventually it was gonna happen, but it was actually Kiza dying instead. So T-Tours to me, guys. T-Tours to me. First blood for Caster. Meanwhile, let's look at things over here. Planet Dog. Milan already going hard here on Kellen. Does have the banish in a second there, so I don't think Milan will be able to kill him. The Overvenom and the Snowball though does, well, apply a lot of pressure to him. Keezer is going to go down once again there with the slow as well as the double lockdown. It is an easy pick off there. So already Tiny going down twice there. Penta striking hard in this early game. And return our attention here to the middle lane. Let's look at the CS. Pretty even across the board there. Boogie as well as Didya Ra going head to head. The Spider's taking a bit of damage, but it takes 2 shields to kill off the babies. So far, Didya Ra is going to be able to hold successfully, I believe, getting some last hits on the board. Just have to watch out that shield timer. It's about to go down here, so gonna really watch it so that his kids don't die. And once the kids don't die, it should be okay. Radiant pop a scan there, so fearful of a possible invisibility rune, I think. Gonna play it a little bit safe there, but Boogie's out of mana. Oh, the shield! does pop, and that's gonna be a lot of kids dead. And DNZ though does have that invisibility rune like we spoke of, but on a different team. So he's actually making his way down bottom. See if he can get anything out of this. Kiza's already made his way down to that bottom lane here. Try and get some control on the board. And now we got ourselves a shackle here. Witch Doctor is going to get sat on by this big fat Tide Hunter. But Khaled is there to banish off the Tide. But unfortunately, Rasta Shock is going to find the mark here on our men. So Penta, they lose one. And put some score on the board here for Planet Dog. Oliver has made his transfer down to the bottom lane here, and looks like we'll have a little bit of musical lanes going on as we have J4 met up here by Keezer. Once again, returning to the top lane. It's like, guys, I'm just trying to farm. Let's just play it fair, right? No rush, 20 minutes. How's that sound? And Oliver is going to have a little bit of a truce here with Tuska. Still trying to look and see if the Abaddon can hold the line here. It is going to be taking... It's going to be taking quite a bit of damage here, especially like we said, without Poor Man's Shield, these spider babies can do quite a fair amount of chunking. And Tiny now getting caught out. There's a double stun once again. Tiny could very well be going down. That's the Melodic start things off. And with Ob Slams coming in here, Kiza looks very worse for wear here. With that ball, it's going to buy a little bit of time, but that Melodic tick is going to do a lot of damage. And we'll finish him off pretty much. And Callan get a few cheap shots here with the Orb. And ooh, a teleport away from the Tide Hunter, or rather... yeah, from the Tide Hunter will allow him to get out there in time. Yep, yeah, it was the Tide Hunter. He did run away down to the bottom lane. So, gonna play safe. HR. I don't know why they're still using HR, but HR is going to be... they are going to be, you know, trying to control up this top safe lane. DNZ snatching the bounty rune from Milan there. Gonna make him a little bit pissed about life. And steal quite a bit of money. Didier so far has managed to climb above that Abaddon in terms of farm here, leaving his babies behind as he tries to pop that shield. But that Arcane Rune making things a little tricky for those babies to show their face. But still, with him low on health now, oh, that's the Soul Ring. He's going to give him another shield with that Arcane Rune, man. You don't want to mess with Abaddon. The shield cooldown is just absurdly low. And making it very difficult. Now with that Salve as well, going to keep things safe. Now going to get the surround here with those spiders. Going to be Zerg rushing him, but Boogie shouldn't be too concerned here, but maybe he should. The spider's still running him down. The Soul Ring is there. He's going to pop the shield. He's going to go down, actually. The baby's got him. And Mama is proud here. They score a kill on Boogie. And I told you, man, this spider rush is not something to be lightly considered. It is a push that requires a lot of AoE damage, constant AoE damage to keep in check, and Didier just needs to cycle in between the shields at the right times, and he will be able to get the close in. And like you say, as you see there, closes in on that Dark Horseman, and he goes down. Didier not fearful at all, has the control of his entire mid lane with the web. And already going to be having a good old time here. What's happening down here to our good old Sand King? He's got 3 stick charges, but the Avalanche Chain Stun could possibly kill him off. Then a great snowball across that rolls across his toes, breaks him out of Sandstorm, but the Sentry Ward was there anyway. So no way he was getting out of that anyhow, but still, a kill is a kill, and we have the score evened up here by Planet Dog. So 3 for 3, Penta going to be suffering a little bit here. The spiders are going to be very tricky. Oh, in-game sounds, guys. Alright, my bad, my bad. Yeah, let's bring up some in-game sounds. Feeling a little quiet. There we go. Should have some in-game sounds now. And yeah, guys, just remember, keep sending me those feedbacks. There's a 2-minute delay on stream, so I will only manage to get back to you guys after that. So you guys should see it once you hear it, but for now, just bear with it for a moment. We got quite a bit of action going on early game, so it shouldn't be too much to worry about. DNZ gonna come in a massive Didier style here. It shouldn't be too concerning for him, as that Sandstorm is pretty low level. And the babies are gonna be just fine. Tide Hunter, how's he looking at? We got Phase Boots, okay. Got Phase Boots as well as Soul Ring. No use of that Arcane Boots there. Just gonna go Soul Ring, try and get a little bit more spam in. The right click damage gonna be nice as well. And Abaddon already forced to pull out of the lane there. So Sand King's gonna take the time there. He's gonna be the sacrificial lamb. He needs the levels anyway. Caustic's pretty good against spider babies. So he's just gonna play it safe. DNZ does have his infused raindrops here, but do we have dust? No, we do not. The tower now gonna be taking a chunking here from the babies. We're gonna clear out the creep wave first, and then after that we'll deal with the tower. Didier
middle tower is under attack.
Is going to be farming it up a little bit. And J4 does get scouted here by Oliver. There is Phase Boots as well as 12 stick charges. It could get tricky for J4 if Oliver decides to push the issue here. And we got ourselves a glyphs here on the Radiant side, but it'll only be for the Radiant mid tower. DNZ though gets spotted out here by this Tusker. He's used his Burrow Strike. I'm not sure about that. Then he's got the shots there, locks him down. Is there a sentry wall? Is there dust? No, there isn't. And Baron actually makes his way down to the middle lane, having been alarmed here. And yep. Oh, meanwhile, top lane, let's see what's happening. Yep, nope, nothing crazy to report home about. There is a soul ring to Ravage though, so diving this tower is really ill-advised.
Radiant are scanning.
Alright, let's just
I'll take
Alright,
that.
let's just let chat know that we've turned on the sounds. They are freaking out. But for now, Kaiser, he's gonna get chased down here by Kellen. Let's be careful here. Level 5 on the OD only, so not really crazy threats gonna be going on here. Boogie really gotta stop testing these spiders, man. He's now out of mana. He does have Soul Ring into a shield again, so he can actually opt for that. And Didyara is a little bit lower mana, so he's gonna be safe for now. And we got ourselves a push here onto the Tidehunter, who is at 3 points in Kraken Shell as well as an Anchor Smash. So he should not be going down by right. But it could still happen. The phase boots are going to make him pretty hard to catch here. And he will actually get out of there. J4, meanwhile, does get the claim onto Rasta. So it's going to bring the score up 5-3 here for PENTA Esports. It comes up 15 stick charges, which is pretty nice as well. Kiza pushing that wave a little bit. Boogie, how's he looking? He's got himself 4 points in shield, as he should, you know, get that maximum defense going. But Didyara is going to be sitting at the most comfortable of CS scores here. And we're going to be looking at that net worth. Yep, Didyara sitting very comfortably at number 1 with 4.3k. And his nearest rival is 1,000 gold away. So Didyara farming good for his team. And he does need to, because that Tiny is suffering a pretty bad game here. Now Boogie recharging in. Those spiders just coming in, nibbling at his toes. That begging for some Halloween candy from the spooky man. But so far, not really threatening his life just yet. But gonna start off with an avalanche. There's still a banish here to threaten this position. Oh, a toss over and immediate banish coming out here for DOD. He's gonna ping for assistant, and it's gonna be a Witch Doctor that will be coming to his aid here. But Kellen turns the tables here on J4, but here comes the roll in and the shackles as well. It's gonna be doing a lot of damage. The ultimate coming down from the OD is gonna do a little bit of damage to J4, but it's not gonna be enough. Tusker gets thrown in here on Iron Man. Sits on his face, the malediction comes out, and Milan will be taking some serious hits here. Akiza, speaking of hits there, hits the Witch Doctor over the head there with his fist, and we'll take him out. Boogie does have a double damage. Gonna push towards Didyara, but I'm not sure he's gonna be able to do much here. And Didyara going to chew on that tier 1 tower, just being cheeky, running in and out here with the babies. Tidehunter, meanwhile, denies that top tower from Oliver, and can you really blame him? He's been having a great old time here. 3 points in Anchor Smash means Oliver really can't contest this much, and he might even go down here if there's a Ravage. There we go, Ravage goes out. Another Anchor Smash could clean him up, and we are going to be looking at that Anchor Smash coming up from Tide, maybe. Nope, he gets slowed down, and that's going to be enough. Oh, is it? 33, going for the dive here on the lifesteal. It doesn't get the anchor across, and that's going to be that. No kill coming this way. Another Burrow Strike in the works here for DNZ could potentially lead to a kill, but it's not going to be the case here. It's 33. It's going to be pretty fortunate with the Sand King out of mana. There you go. Level 2 Burrow Strike going in, but I don't think they can kill him here, though. There's the cast, and that should be enough, I think. The Gush comes out. Tidehunter is still tanking this. It's so tanky. And there you go. Finally cracking that watermelon open, but at the cost of Kellen, they have committed a lot of resources to deal with that Tide. So lots of space there. You know, reminds me of when Ice plays this hero. He just makes so much space and does the backstroke. Boogie, though, forced to pop his ultimate already, losing hard to this Broodmother. And yeah, pretty fierce start here for PENTA. They're going to start securing a lot of map control with this Rasta Tiny duo. And forcing another Radiant Glyph out of there. And DNZ, he paid hard for that Tidehunter kill. He's going to have to run towards the shrine there for a little bit of recuperation. Didyara, he's got a quick Dazzle on the way here. Already farming very nicely, like you mentioned. A quick Dazzle means that supports are going to really hate him. And you know, I just say that, you know, from a support standpoint, but even on a core, you might not be able to deal with the damage that's coming in here. And Didyara already pressing solo into tier 2 territory. Going to be doing quite a bit of annoyance here. Quite a bit of that scramble game coming out here from PENTA, trying to secure that mid lane from this Broodmother, but Didyara is just having a field day. And now we got ourselves some HR coming in. on that middle lane with that Rasta and Tiny combo. They're going to be able to toss over onto Kellen there and really secure some serious capital punishment onto this OD. But DNZ coming in with that Barrel Strike, but immediately hexing in with that toss. J4 going to be applying some big pressure here, but Epicenter under the tower though means that HR is going to lose their Shadow Shaman. Will Dinyara fall as well? He does have the ultimate here, and he will probably fall this way. Oliver finds him, and Dinyara's reign of terror will finally end, at least for the next 43 seconds. So, 43 seconds, well, this guy's level 12. So a good little push here with that Epicenter, going to be able to secure a quick Blink Dagger here for the Sand King. So a 13-minute Blink Dagger, I wouldn't say it's quick, but it's pretty quick. And will allow them to have some quicker initiations. And of course, their biggest combo, the Oliver Sand King combo here, the Lifestealer Infest Bomb with the Sand King will make for a pretty good initiation tool. And we're looking here at Milan here once again, posturing for another attack. But it's going to be on Boogie, which will be a tough nut to crack here with the Vladimir's offering, giving him the extra armor as well. Between that and the borrowed time, it's going to be a tough one. At 33 meanwhile though, looking towards a full staff as well as a Heaven's Halberd. Alright. That Ring of Health just building towards that 4-star. Wonder if you would go for the 4-star first. The 4-star first might not be terrible. His smoke does get broken by Iron Man. And they're going in. They've got another Ravage on the board here. Will they be able to push the issue is the question. Iron Man does TP to the middle lane, sensing a little bit of a trouble coming their way. And now the Sand King goes in there, finds the mark on the Tidehunter, but it's not going to be enough there. As chain stunning coming out here from Planet Dog. Secures another kill on the OD. He's down to 4 deaths now, so pretty rough start here for him. Despite that laning comfort that he did enjoy for a little bit in the early stages. But Dinyara still going to be continuing his push, still staying 1,000 above the second place net worth player. And Milan going to start moving in. Oh, the Epicenter and the Burst Strike Apples will find the babies though. DNZ is going to escape from that, but a nice shot will clear out the exit here. But I'm not sure they are going to be able to push for this, as Planet Dog not feeling confident in this attack is going to stay out of this. DNZ. Blink Dagger and Burrow Strike would come in handy here, but without Epicenter, I think Planet Dog are going to feel pretty safe about this. Let's push with it. Without any care in the wall, and Keezer are going once again see this OD, but very quick reflexes here on the OD will prevent a chain stun combo from coming out. But Keezer in a lot of trouble. The Blink Dagger from the Sand King coming out as well, and Tiny will fall there. The aggression from him punished by a TP rotation as well as quick fingers from Callan. Alright, Vertus Pro Bear flies out a salve here for poor Witch Doctor. Patch himself up. Doesn't have any points in the Green Lantern.
Dire's structures are fortified.
First 10 kills, man, goes over to our dear boys on Penta. Securing some nice rares for their the betters, I think.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Gonna head over and get some items on, but Sentry Ward in check as well. This tier 1 tower not gonna be giving up lightly. We do not have Ravage actually for 42 seconds, and there will be the tower going down here. Another toss on the roster could be happening, but with Boogie TPing away, could be possible. Looks like Penta are just going to be playing a little bit more secure Dota now. It's going to be hiding with their teammates and making sure that nothing crazy happens. An ancient stack does get pulled out here by J4. Not for him to farm though. For the Tidehunter, does have the Anchor Smash and the 4-star for a little bit more movement in the fights now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
You know, let's look at Keezer. That's the Blink Dagger as well, so it really wants to be able to initiate with a stun toss combo. So far it is using that tree toss for a little bit of a faster pushing mechanism. But ultimately, make no mistake, he's not playing carry Tiny now, he's just going to be playing nuke Tiny. And, ooh, we're going to rush here. Wow, very bold with that gush. Gonna be able to reduce a bit of Roshan's armor to make this rush process a little bit quicker. We have We have that Rasta ward though, so that is going to be a very fast Roshan coming out here from the Dire. If they do not get caught, that's the question. DNZ sees the courier. The donkey will get caught. That's one stab and a barrel strike across, and that will be a kill that will secure it. But now Iron Man does get found out here. He tries to peek into the rush pit, sees if there's any foul play afoot, and there is. And he will pay the price there, dropping in GG brunch, trying to juke it out, but unfortunately is not successful. So they get a freebie as well as Rush, and Planet Dog are gonna look to push the issue here with that Roshan advantage. With that extra life could potentially find that kill. Oh, Tiny in a lot of trouble here, but luckily for him, very quick to TP out right after the barrel strike goes down, so no real cancellation coming out. And with that high hit point pool and the status reduction, it doesn't get stunned for too long, so immediate port out, no danger to him. And Planet Dog lose nothing with that pressure on that tier 2 tower, knocking it down to 100 life. It's a pretty good deal for them. J4 meanwhile though has found himself on the wrong side of the neighborhood, and yeah, being in the bad side of town allows him to feed another life over to Penta. Bring the score to 11-9 here. Still pretty close match with Didier Raj just farming out of his mind, always staying 1,000 ahead of that competition. And yeah, OD starting to get back some of his support, or rather the assist gold, get back on that board. He is very poor, but he does have that 4 stuff at the very least for the mobility. So Ravage gonna be a little bit harder to place here, but of course once you get that right positioning, if you run in with that 4 stuff, you could potentially land a 4 or 5 man Ravage in those good fights. But Lifestealer going for the Radiance a la Miracle from Southeast Asia, so it's not the most common of builds here, but it is done. I think it was first popularized by Loader. Am I wrong to say that? Popularized might be the term for it, but you know, Radiance is a decent choice on Lifestealer. It does mess with a lot of Blink Dagger options. It deals with the Brood Mother very well, which is why you see this rather unorthodox pickup going up here for the Lifestealer. We'll see if it's effective though. It's going to be tricky to pull off. Oh, Didier Ra running into the Fast Bomb is going to pay with his life, but the NC saving your boy here, Didier. The Brood Mama is not just the mama of the spiders, mama of the entire neutral camp here. 33 still has the Ravage. You're going to be threatening that with the 4 stuff in. 4-man Ravage, and Didier Ra's going to go on a field day here. Has his ultimate ready. Going to heal up with a lot of that lifesteal. Is it going to be enough to lifesteal back though? Yes, it is. Kellen drops the ultimate, burns most of the mana, but doesn't get enough done. And now Oliver caught here between Mama's fangs and a hot rock will fall to Milan's Ice Shot Chaos, but in the end, it's still a 4-man Ravage into almost a full team wipe here. Iron Man, the only guy to survive that because he wasn't there. And that is a big win here for Planet Dog. They are going to cement that lead there with an extra 3,000. And for once, take over that kill score. So pretty darn good. 20% cooldown reduction here for the Mama. She's going to be enjoying this. The Desolator Mask of Madness combo with the Insatiable Hunger, allowing her to keep above that healthy life pool and preventing that epicenter from knocking her into the abyss. So really good team fight there from Planet Dog, and they will secure themselves a hefty advantage.
Radiant's top tower.
Funky Yasha here. Oh, okay, for Tiny. A little old school, but it will check out. And a BKB to follow after. So just going for the Blink Dagger into Sage and Yasha. Some of the Tinies I've seen have gone for Shadow Blade as well, you know, trying to get a little bit sneaky beaky like, but you know, you got that Blink Dagger, you got the initiation you need, so don't really need to worry about it. But still, gotta go back to 33, going in, waiting and holding that Ravage for when the Abaddon doesn't have his ultimate ready, and then going in with the 4 staff, landing that 4-man Ravage that they cannot get out of in this kind of terrain, and definitely worthy of a couple of pop champs in those fights.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Alright, HR, Keezer. He's got that 15, and Iron Man, he's got level 10. We'll see if he went for any kind of talent upgrade. You know, he hasn't actually selected it, so he's got that 75 damage if he wants it, or he can get a little bit of armor, try to help him survive these team fights. Keezer, uh-oh. Runs in there, J4 with the aggressive TP. Is going to be doing some work. But now the Barrel Strike goes in onto the Tusker. They hex up the Witch Doctor, which is a little bit interesting. And now There's going to be a counter-attack here from PENTA. They see that J4 is very vulnerable here. Good shots from Milan. Locks out DNZ's approach here on that high ground. The spiders are going to be running away here. Didier going to be saving the babies, but he's still going to be able to scoot away with the cover of the webs there, protecting his boys and girls. And oh, now we go with another double barrel strike coming in from DNZ. Still has the epicenter, holding on to it. Boogie going in with aggressive miscoil as well. 33 has Ravage, so they have to really respect this. Didier has the medallion as well as Desolator. There's a lot of minus armor to respect here, and Oliver without that rage has to be careful that Ravage is on the board here. DNZ goes in with the airball epicenter, farming himself up a hefty sum, but apart from that, nothing much to speak of. But that was a great juke away there from Planetor, allowing the enemy to waste all their cooldowns. And now they have kind of got good control on this fight. Without epicenter, they can look to take more objectives, clump up together without too much fear. Still, want to avoid that as much as possible. But Didier already has the BKB, sitting at 11,000 apiece here, both tiny, as well as Didier farming out of mines in this game. And we got the damage reduction here, so we are gonna enter the unbreakable watermelon mode here very soon, and it could get a little bit tricky. Oh, HR, they find a freebie here in the form of RMN. This could be another make to move for that high ground, and Sand King gotta pray his ultimate charges faster. 45 seconds left on that one. And BKB from Didier, not sure if it was an accidental BKB or was it a defensive BKB, but regardless, he's now getting caught out. But Didier is gonna just run over the hills here and keep himself rather safe. Has that ultimate, but doesn't want to blow it just yet. His teammates are coming along around the corner. Earn charge will take him back up to a healthy range, and Boogie has to play a little bit safe. Does have the ultimate to bail out, but still, gotta respect the amount of damage that HR can put out. Oliver is the Radiance player, alright, so Chad is educating me on this Radiance thing, but I'm pretty sure Loda started it. But Oliver, I guess, could be the guy as well. Milan trying to go in for a punch there onto that escaping lifestealer. Will not be successful, and as a result, Keezer is going to fall here and actually lose his life to Oliver with that Radiance lifestealer into that Solar Crest as well. So not really going for the conventional carry items, he's going for a more early game style of itemization, or rather mid-range style of itemization. So, okay, we'll see how it works. It helps out the Roshan. It does have the missed chance to go in there as well. It helps him melt targets, gives him that evasion that he might need. So I'm not saying that it's going to be a terrible item here, but I'm going to leave OD to really pick up the slack when it comes to the hot hits past the mid-range or the mid-game. So we're going to be looking here and see how they hold the line. I think that's going to be that. You know, they got to hold the line, and HR's got to push in. They gotta punish with the next Roshan to get. Next Aegis is gonna be huge. We'll see if it respawns now. They have got good creep equilibrium. If the Aegis respawns now, they could possibly just snipe it in again very quickly before PENTA gets wind of it. But still, like we said, risky business.
I was meant to have this.
Going for the BKB as well. Needs that early BKB. The amount of lockdown, the amount of damage is just immense. And we're sitting at an 8k goal lead. Really liking the cost range here. DNZ once again invisible. Has the gem as well. So just be careful not to lose this. But now they're going to go for Rasta. They're going to open here. Tiny immediately going to be building on his friends. That good blink going to secure their safety here for that Sand King, but Sand King is gonna get caught out, but good toss away there into the shrine. Keys over the plays, keeps his buddy alive there, and Boogie is gonna be taking up a lot of the shots here. The 4-star forward, they're looking to push the issue here. Boogie is ready for that Ravage, is gonna hold it, but with that defensive banish there from Kellen, he's probably gonna die here. Turn into a chicken there. There'll be no chicken dinner, unfortunately, as Kellen is tossed into the sky. Didier cling to life there. Meanwhile, across. And we're going to be looking at 33, still looking for an opening here. Iron Man is in contention here for biggest loser if he gets caught out. But luckily for him, he will survive here. Milan not going to be... Wow, still got time to farm, my boy. There you go. I'm not sure if stopping the farm there cost him his life, but Iron Man really should not have stopped to look and smell the satyrs, because that's going to cost him his life. And it does here as Milan rolls in on him from long range and strikes him down with 2 heroes down. It might be the opportunity to move up on that high ground. The creep wave though is very far away, so they're gonna have to maybe look towards a top lane push and allow the enemy heroes to revive. So not the most successful sieges here, but it does take 300 off the tower, which is nice. Yeah, I think that's the way to describe it. But yeah, Penta not looking too hard here, but they do get Didira, which is very good. They get that, especially without the epicenter as well. Without that, getting Didira was huge, and now they're gonna go for Tidehunter. It's gonna be tricky. Yes, that happens, Helmet. But I think he's going down anyway. You're not gonna be able to keep him alive there with the epicenter. And with the Sandstone 50 DPS, puts a lot of damage in if you stay in it. So no, they stem the tide. And Roshan is up, by the way. Roshan with his center hat. J4. Building towards a straight Aghanim's. Okay. Building to a straight Aghanim's. Gonna have that split or the bouncy serpent wards helpful for the sieging as well. Team fights could be very effective with the shots bouncing around. Could do a lot of damage, especially since they do prioritize hero. The team fight potential of the Aghanims could be big, and of course the damage is always nice. So let's see what's happening here as Tiny rolls on in with that club, and actually Rasta drops the ward, commits their hexes up Abaddon. Could potentially kill him. They punch him. They want to force out his ultimate, I think. And that's going to be a very important tool to waste here for Boogie. But he's a little bit tanky. He's got the Eel Scepter as well for a little bit more immortality. Makes him a very tough cookie to crack. Oh, Didira once again getting caught out here by the Barrow Strike into Infest, but Didira immediately responds with the BKB and ultimate there with the lifesteal. Gonna be able to keep himself in healthy ranges there, and again denying the enemy the opportunity to get these Infest snipes. It's very difficult to out-farm a Broodmother as a lifestealer unless you get these kills, and it's showing, man. It's been constantly 1,000 away from out of reach here for the lifestealer. And that was a dangerous endeavor as well. It's a good thing they got away their lives. Now the DNZ gonna find Tiny, who is not as maneuverable here, but still has a lot of options there that could potentially punish this endeavor here. Tiny is still gonna be staying safe. The Avalanche not going to happen here. And we have 2 caught out targets here for Penta to claim it. That's going to be a nice swing back in terms of gold. We've got a killing spree ended as well. And Milan taking a fall. So 2 supports going to be feeding their lives away, and that's going to be a potential Roshan take back here from the Radiant. And with this Soul Crest, it's going to be a quick Roshan unless there's a response. Let's see a response though. Sand King getting caught out. They're forced to respond here. DNC Barrow Strike in 1 second. They're gonna look for Kiza. They found him. They found Kiza, but Didira is rolling in. Does have the BKB as well. Eel Scepter onto this Tiny. He's gonna get caught out. That's gonna be an easy kill here for onto Kiza. 18 to 17. And Rasta and Tuska still out cold. Could be tricky, but still. Affirmative and well played comes out here from both sides. Not sure what the issue is. Banishing Roshan wasn't in play. Now Rasta and Tuska are out. They could make a move here in this Rush Pit. Oh wow, what a roll in here. It's a little bit early though with the banish comes out, and that's going to be that. Aegis falls over, and Milan there tries to go for the Reddit highlights, but no, not today, sir. No karma for you today. And oh, Callum picks him off, so that's going to be a nice kill. He's doubled kills in the last few moments, bringing it up to a grand total of 4 so far. So still got that 6 deaths, so need to really play a little bit more safe and know the limits to his hero.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, J4 has the blink as well as the gem now. Sidetracked a little bit from his goal.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
We got Kellen trying to push for high ground here with the Aegis, trying to capitalize.
Is under attack.
I'm not sure Planet Dog takes this lying down though. They are going to fight this, and hopefully hope that 6 feet, the extra man advantage with the Aegis is gonna not help. Right now, Tiny has hit level 20, so he has gone for the
Dire's
reduction in
bottom
tree
tower
grab,
is under
allowing
attack.
him to grab a little bit more trees as he goes along. A pretty powerful tool, especially when you're sieging as well, pushing the extra
Dire's bottom
the extra
tower
tree is
has
very
fallen.
nice with the cleave. Oh, now Boogie. It's gonna get found by this observer ward. Milan playing it safe here with the Tire Hunter. Wow, Milan running forward there, looking very aggressive, going for snowball into Oliver as well. Not sure how smart this play is. Now Milan is in a lot of trouble. And him being alone is definitely not going to help. They're going to banish Ty, put him on ice, and see if there's anything that could come out of this. Boogie already lost his shield, lost his borrow time rather. And now the BKBs come out. Kellen in trouble as the Broodmother is hounding for blood here. Just munching and munching and munching away. Kellen still looking for that ultimate. He finds it on Dinya Ra, but Dinya Ra has great lifesteal here. But unfortunately, Planet Dog is just not able to deal with this increased power here from the OD. And all the rest of the team join the fight as well. So Penta might be looking at a comeback here. 3,000 now in their favor. And for the first time, the lifestealer is sitting at 17.4 net worth. So that is going to surpass Broodmother by almost 1,000, 2,000 gold. Pretty big deal, this kind of events. And now Penta going for high ground themselves. 2 heroes down, 3 heroes rather, but one's respawning, and Broodmother, the important one, doesn't have buyback as well. Now they're gonna hunt for J4, look for it. Solar Crest is nice. There's a little bit of a shock. No, there is in Milan. Having blown his snowball here could get a little bit tricky. But looks like he will actually be safe for now. Kylan is going to be able to destroy this bottom melee racks for the Dire, and it might be looking like a game. I'm not sure. This middle racks looks mighty vulnerable as well. With minus armor coming out here from Penta. Ton of events. Yeah, another set of racks gone, and from a great advantage into a piss poor situation. Man, it makes you wonder what happened to Planet Dog. Playing so well, and poof.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Alright. Milan once again still poking around for aggression, but there's come a point in time where you just cannot afford that kind of aggression. And this is one of those times. One more bad fight and the game is probably over. In fact, it might already be with 35 minutes and super creeps on 2 lanes. It is rough. Well, RMN has himself an Aether Lens, so it's going to be able to play a little more safe. Got 120 gold per minute talent as well. Pretty happy about that. Boogie meanwhile going for Dire Shrines.
I'll take your tribute.
Dire's top shrine has fallen.
Does get the kill across.
I was meant
Denied him map control here for Planet Dog. Teaser. BKB has been working out decently for him. Tusker looking for another guy to jump in. J4 still far from his Aghanims.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And Planet Dog push up the high ground. They're sanking. He starts onto the Rasta, but immediately blinks out after. Doesn't want to get counter initiated on. Great use of the urn that prevents the sanking from blinking. But that is going to be Oliver jumping forward himself. The clubs go across, man. Keezer is doing quite a fair bit of damage. And J4 hits them with the Ravage, and now the bandage coming out from Kellen. Very nice timing on that. J4 will lose his life to the orb, and does look the Dire are running low on hit points here. Double kill for Kellen, and there you go. 33 in trouble as well, and the GG comes out there, and they know they're done. They try and take the Hail Mary fight. They lost it pretty handily, and in the end, they just tap out. They know it's too much for them, and they go down. 13,000 gold behind, and the Radiant Penta Esports will secure that win. After looking kind of shaky, they did it. They did it, and they deserve every moment of it. So guys, thank you guys for watching Game Note 1. This is SL Season 4, the Invitational Season 4 is Europe Qualifier, and yeah, these are Penta Esports as well as Planet Dog. So stay tuned guys, there'll be more Dota 2 action coming back your way. Just a couple of minutes break, and then after the lobby's up, we'll be hopping right into the game. So stay with us guys. My name is Lysander Zenora. Hope you like the casting. We'll see you guys in a bit. Much love and Kappa.